Hello and welcome back to round 2 back 9 coverage of our MPO lead card here at the 2025 Grip Equipment 43rd Kansas City Wide Open. I think the only tournament that's run longer than Kansas City, correct me if I'm wrong folks, is out there in Rochester for the Rochester Flying Disc Open, RFPO.
Okay.
But other than that, this thing's been running a long time. A lot of storied history and a lot of great champions have come out of the Kansas City Wide Open. Gannon Buhr has done it before, and he's looking to do it again here. He is off to an absolutely amazing 8-shot lead after halfway through our event.
Yeah. I mean, the story's second place right now. There's a slew of people just trying to battle for that next spot until there's a little chink in the armor and they can cut that lead, I want to say, to 5. Second place is about all you're going to take at this one.
Yeah, it just doesn't really show any signs of slowing down at the front 9. He played incredible as well. And he is just, the thing is, if we're going to keep talking about it, because it is the story thus far, he's only missed a green in regulation, meaning he's inside circle 2 or better on 1 hole in the first 27.
Wow.
He is putting for birdie on 26 of the first 27 holes he's played. This is a tough course.
Oh, it's hard. It's really hard. He's got this one out wide, and this looks like it's going to grab another. Not the easiest putt, but he's well inside the circle.
Don't think he's missed a C1 putt. He has missed several C2 putts, but he's made a couple of big ones as well.
This has a lot of height. Looks like it flattened out.
He's asking for it to swing.
Yeah, a little wide.
Be just outside the circle.
Haven't really seen him have too many outside the circle looks today.
He's dialed in. That's why he's sitting up there at the top.
Also wide. Does this get the lift? Looks like it's going to be catching. Yeah, circle's edge again. I like this one. Give him the skip. Yep.
Yeah, so just barely curls inside the circle and kind of curls backwards a little bit as well at the end. So no one's really close except for Gannon. Kyle with the left to right crosswind keeps his putter right and low.
Ricky just outside the circle. Putter hasn't been too sharp. No. It's like he's on and off.
Yep.
Makes a couple good ones, then out of nowhere, he's missing a couple.
5 pars in a row is a long stretch for Ricky, who tends to go on these long runs where he'll just get birdies and bogeys. So far, it's a lot of pars today with just a few birdies.
Yeah, this whole play's a little bit downhill, so the carry is you're throwing a 330 hyzer about.
330 all the way to...
Or 430.
430. I was going to say 430 makes more sense.
Yeah,
330
430
is... That's like you're going straight down a slope.
It's a little downhill, and the right to left is really helping you. So, good putt there for Paul, right on the stripe. Gannon, a little high.
Yeah. Underneath that yellow stripe.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And
fix that chain. OCD's getting to me.
Oh, it's stuck sideways. Yeah, it's driving me crazy too.
Did he fix it? No. It's just poking out.
Oh, man.
Everybody has that friend right there.
I'm going to have nightmares about that tonight, just wanting to go to the course to fix it.
Gavin putting himself a good round so far. Great round. And this
What a drive. And the kick to boot.
Deal.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So hard to find an approach shot this short with this much fairway in front of you. Ugh.
Very good.
How has this hole fared for Mr. Ulibarri so far?
Both drives were really good. One kicked right, and I went deep on my upshot, missed the putt from about 40. And then today I had 150 in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Got the birdie today?
Mm-hmm.
Congrats. That's awesome. That's a tough hole. Gannon gets to 3 touchdowns. McBeth is not even yet to 2. 7 points a touchdown. 21. Oh, the Patreon disc winner for this week is Mats Kvarnström. I don't know if I said that correct, but, you know, that's the best this American can do. Congratulations, you have won this week's Patreon disc, which was the beloved Calvin Heimberg Halo Fibered. He really liked that disc a lot, so you are going to have a good time with that. If you don't believe me, watch the practice round. He liked it.
A lot. Okay, flex shot here. Britt busted off the left side right through the fairway on Anheuser. There he does it. And this is not coming back, though.
Oh, boy.
And
Folks, the man is human.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that was a very overstable disc, but obviously it wasn't. Just missed the angle.
Apparently there was a little bit of, there's not much wind on this side of the tee, but out as you get closer to the gap, there's more of a headwind. And looks like McBeth read it perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a left to right cross. And so once it gets on the Anheuser, it really pushes you to the right. Got to have a really overstable disc.
Ricky, same mistake, but this one looks to be hyzering a bit more. Oh, puts the brakes on just in time.
Yep, gets away with it.
Kyle with the same mistake.
Yeah, and this one doesn't really have a chance unless it hits the wall.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
So this one, typically, if you hit the gap on Anheuser, you got a birdie. But today, the wind just tricked everybody.
Well, folks, there's an opportunity for a couple strokes to go in Paul McBeth's favor here. And Kyle
Looked good the whole way, just didn't quite get it wide enough.
a little soft on the pace.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great line, just the disc wanted to hyzer a bit too soon.
You know when there's a little baby opening, both of these two guys that are coming up to bat right now, even if it's the slightest opening, they're going to find a way to make you pay.
Yeah,
and
Ricky.
you could see it.
Yep.
I mean, he's way back. But once somebody makes a mistake like that, sometimes it can spiral into a couple. These guys' job to make them pay.
That's right. What I liked about the bogey for Gannon is I think there was more confusion about the wind, and it wasn't a misrelease. So it's not like there's not much concern about his confidence being shaken by it. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of, did I choose the right disc or did I make an errant throw? And I don't think that he made an errant throw so much as just maybe he needed to step up with a little bit more overstability. But I am surprised to see the same mistake made by Ricky and Kyle with subsequent throws, especially after McBeth dialed it in on the second shot. Well, is it a ball game now? It's 6 strokes, or are we stubborn with the number 5?
I think it's a number 5.
Okay. Well, anything can happen on 12. We saw Gavin Rathbun play it to perfection. Par 4, 652 feet, but you have to throw this thing dead straight, perhaps get out your mid-range and sacrifice a little distance just in order to stay on the mulch. And then just slightly bends to the left, up the hill. A putter approach if your tee shot is good enough.
Really good hole. It's all about this tee shot. Get it flat. He did get it flat.
Beautiful.
You dirty dog.
Just don't hyzer too much.
I'll do it. Just hyzer as much as you can want. At
Wait,
that
what?
point. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
There's no controlling it once it gets over the hill. And
Yeah,
so
right.
you just take that and run. Par is great on this hole. And Ricky going with an understable zone here.
Really? That's a zone?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he made that one work nicely.
Well, I don't know if they make understable zones, really.
But he's made it that way.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
3 incredible drives. Gannon gets it a little bit farther down the fairway. Pretty similar to where McBeth landed.
Turned it a little bit.
Oh, so close. Kyle
He
always
asked
so
for it,
animated.
though.
Yeah,
He was pointing.
he did a little arm wiggle thing.
Yeah, he's kind of in a bad spot over here. There's no... Looks like there's a little sidearm route right there with the roller. But he might just concede the par and go wide. Yeah, it looks like he's looking out wide.
Shouldn't be too terribly difficult to save the par as long as he gets through the gap, which he has done. But, oh, boy.
Not a great kick again. He's going to be so close, he should be able to make something happen.
Oh, Rick, a pretty stock shot for him. Maybe not stock for everyone, but
Yes.
this is a shot that he has excelled at over the years. A little overturn, comes up short. Look at that. That was incredible just to get his body around the shot and not hit the tree in front of him. But yeah, he hits a rogue tree, one of the last ones in the way.
Yeah, even with these, kind of bad shots here. Par, get out of there, lose one more to Gannon. It's all right. Not really playing this guy at this point.
Nearly mistake-free. Just one.
Angle makes it look like his shot's pretty easy, but it was a little tighter than I think we could see from there.
That was very technical on the angle that he had to throw it, so it matches the hillside to get a little slide and ride back to the basket. Not easy to do. Made it look very easy, though. McBeth, all he has is a pitch up. See if Ricky's able to knock down a big putt here and keep Gannon honest here with the... Oh, goodness. Great effort. So, yeah, he lost 2 strokes on the hole prior. It comes back and gets 1 stroke on the entire card on the next hole.
Very surprised that those other 2 couldn't get up and down. Stock shot for Ricky and a shot really McBeth should have made. It was tough, but big gaps on both sides, and I think maybe hesitant to pick one of them.
Yeah, and the tree that was just in front of him and to the right really forced the issue with his upper body not being able to do exactly what he would like. But I am surprised as well that neither one of them were able to get one up to the green.
Well, and the shot that he was trying to throw, I think it was a lot easier to play it to just around circle's edge. But I thought it looked like he tried to get all the way there.
In the last 2 years, the Power Disc Golf Academy has helped over 12,000 disc golfers improve their game. Our program has proven time and time again to increase our members' performance and ratings. With over 250 video tutorials taught by the world's best players, it's easy to see why our academy is so trusted. To celebrate, we're running an anniversary sale of 60% off the first year of your subscription. Visit powerdga.com and use promo code 2YEAR to join today.
And checking on that leaderboard, Chris Dickerson's out there playing a great round. He's currently 8 under in, I believe, 3rd place right now. Another player is just as consistent as it gets, always in the mix. On to 13, one of the more simple holes on the course. What are you trying to do with this one, Paul?
We want to push it to this tree on the right. I mean, the tree on the right is actually out of bounds, but if you can hyzer right in front of it, money. And then if you have the power, the sidearm is just brainless. Got all the airspace that you want out to the left. The distance really isn't a problem. The only thing tough about it today is it's a left to right wind, so you miss your angle, could lift out of bounds right. And gets it wide, but he flips it up flat.
It's going to move back a little bit, but not a lot of bit.
Yeah, in bounds.
the dandelion side of the green, about 35 feet away.
And there's the height. That wind's pushing it. Can it dig? No. Yeah, there's the mistake.
Man.
Easy to make on this hole. Oh, don't even think about coming back in bounds after I said all of that.
Oh, the spotter had the OB flag up before the disc even hit the ground. I think everyone was convinced about that one.
Annie out the hand. This just isn't going to be able to travel all the way there.
You surprised Ricky's not going forehand on this one?
Today his forehand hasn't been crispy.
Correct. Very correct, yeah. Kyle sends one out wide, trying to trust that to hyzer back. It does. The only player inside the circle.
Yeah, this is deep. Too straight.
Every once in a while, those go in. Most of the time, just a layup. Paul to save his par.
Kind of needs it. Not going to get it.
Got the lead down to 6 just a couple holes ago, but Gannon, he could get it up to 8. And he's gone low.
It felt like one of those moments. I think he kind of knew it too, where he could really balloon this thing.
Mm-hmm. Kyle, an opportunity to grab the only birdie of the card, and he sends it home.
Good putt.
And a solid plan for Kyle.
Yes.
2 bogeys on the day, but enough birdies to erase those and still be 4 under par for the round. The lead over the card is 8. The lead over the field is 7 with Ezra Aderhold just a few holes ahead. On to hole 14. Fantastic par 4 that just bends all the way around, kind of like a horseshoe actually. 859-foot par 4. As far as you can get off the tee, you'll never be able to see the pin on your second shot. It's a great hole. I like that there's just a little bit of a raised rock, so your discs that are sliding in at an appropriate pace will stay close, but if they're coming in too hot, they will skip over and go towards out of bounds.
Yeah, the more you hug the right side, the better your shot's going to be. So he's hugged this super tight, and this is going to be fantastic. That's A1 spot.
Mm-hmm.
You can miss to the left, just hyzer the whole way, and if you have a big enough sidearm, kind of easy as well.
I would really like to advocate for more greens that are near water's edge. Have little built-up tiers like this one has on the green, just so shots that are coming in with pace do still get punished, but the ones that are coming in with appropriate pace can stay close.
Yeah, I like that. He gets it turned over, needs to keep going, go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Kyle's in A1 spot, isn't, or is
That's
that
not
Gannon's?
Kyle, I don't think.
That's Gannon's, okay.
Yeah. No, they're fine over there. They have the sidearm to be able to get around. It's a tricky read, though. Oh, this is as good as they make them.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now the only question is backhand turnover or forehand.
You can do both. The park job for sure, backhand, but they're far enough on the hill. And like I said, the power's good enough. This should be blasted.
This looks early right.
It could be. Got away with it. Yeah,
Okay, onto the green. just wants to flip that up a tiny bit more.
Almost 400 feet of power. The angle's a little different, but you're throwing 400 feet of power with the sidearm. That's what it takes to get all the way home. So it looks like they're throwing little chip shots, you know, like, oh, that's my overstable whatever. Looks like just a chipper. No, that's 400 feet of distance.
Yeah, that got a bad little reaction off the ground for Gannon. Still probably wasn't going to get too close. Paul going backhand turnover. This thing is holding the turn.
Is it sit?
It's going.
These glide so far.
Oh, yeah. Well, that is how you play hole 14. Kyle sticking to the forehand, a shot that he has really honed in over the last couple of years.
You got to push it right under this tree. If you do that, money. Yep.
Yeah, okay. And just outside C1. Scary putt to run, but I think one he must. And Gannon, let's see if he takes less than a second. Yep, less than a second.
In his pocket? The pocket putt.
Big putt for Ricky. Oh, he wanted so badly to run it down.
Took a weird drop at the end. Did you see that?
You know, I think that normally goes in for him, but that came out slower. A little loftier, a little slower than he normally putts. I think that's why he might have been confused by the drop. One you got to look, check it, make sure it's still in there.
Love to see him get paid off with that good of a drive, good upshot, great putt. That's how hard this hole is. You have to throw 3 really, really good shots. Or one really good shot, a great shot, and then you get a 20-footer.
When I see somebody who doesn't look at their disc all the way to the basket, I sometimes think about Coriolis's putt in Portland. When he made it and it just fell through the cage. And then he looks back up and his disc's on the ground. But he actually did watch his disc go all the way into the cage, and that's when he went down to pick up his mini.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the confusion? It just came up on my feed recently, and it's just like reliving that was horrid.
Sorry you had to do that. Go through that.
I just wanted to bring you guys all with me.
Yeah.
Paul McBeth with a fantastic birdie.
Shout out to Vino, who's way back through Spike Heiser, Annie putter to 2 feet.
Huh.
Just basically did the whole horseshoe.
Well, Anthony Brell's making his way onto our top card there, or our leaderboard with a 6-under round. On to hole 15. Par 3, 288 feet. A fun little par 3 with pretty treacherous green. If you go out of bounds in the water, you go to a death putt drop zone. If you go out of bounds anywhere else, you just go where you cross. But I don't even know if there is OB anywhere else.
Yeah, there's deep.
Is there? It wasn't in the map there yet, but I think Kyle went OB yesterday.
Beat the trees, does, yeah.
And that's basically a little short of the drop zone.
Someone's going to make this. One of these days, you have to kind of throw it past it.
McBeth has just done this. Just slides it up perfectly. That is ideal disc golf shot. Never in danger of going in the water, but yet keeps it within 15 feet. Pretty incredible.
Uh-oh.
And Gannon takes...
Good kick.
Goes about midway down the tee box for a better angle, I suppose. And
Ricky pulled this one yesterday. Almost aced it.
Rick does the same thing on the box.
Have to earn it.
A better angle, perhaps. The farther up the tee box you go, the more the tree on the right side of the gap gets in the way of that straight line.
I really like this hole. You know he's giving that one a little bidski.
Yeah, no reason not to. Just would hate to see it hit low metal and roll back in the water, of course.
Couple fun putts right here. Ricky hasn't made one of these in a few holes. Now he has.
I like that. Sometimes let's just watch the players, see how they react. Pretty putt. It's not really a good place for our catch cam to stand on the screen as well with the water behind the basket.
You count those?
Do you ever do that? Do you ever just watch the players and not the disc itself?
No. No, I don't. I'll watch their disc and then maybe watch them.
I just think it's,
Just staring at a player.
well, as long as they don't see you doing it, then it's fine.
No, they throw. Dude, what are you looking at?
You just hide in a tree sometimes and just watching people play disc golf. You don't do that?
Oh. Maybe.
That's making the gap as big as possible.
Yeah, it was a fantastic shot there from Paul.
Well, the whole card finally chips away collectively against Gannon on hole 15.
Paul within 6 again.
Okay, almost worth talking about. Talk about this one.
Par 5, up the hill, tight, narrow gap. If you can get to the top, you can blast it as hard as you can. Try to get in there for a little eagle bid. Out of bounds left the whole way. If you don't get to the top, it's a really technical throw it to the left side, nose down with a fast disc. Let it flip to the right. Try to get down there that way. I think the safe play on the second shot is to miss right. That's why you'll see maybe some of these guys go with the 2-finger.
Oh, I'm just seeing this. Teemu Talakainen got the ace on the last hole.
Oh.
So it was aced. Congratulations to you, Teemu.
Kyle goes really high, pushes the ceiling there, gets way up the hill. Not
That's
the
a
way
big-
he drew it up, though.
That's a big shot, though.
Yeah. And he might be able to throw like a flip-up hyzer from that spot. Paul, really good as well. Hits to the steep part of the embankment, so he doesn't quite get to the top. Or the hill. I guess it's not an embankment.
It's okay, man.
Ricky?
Honestly, for homeschool, you're killing it, dude. I'm not going to lie. You're just...
What the heck was that?
That was amazing.
Wow.
By the way, just
Also
kidding,
another
our homeschoolers.
right there.
Yeah,
He
Ricky.
just blasted it to the hole.
I was just trying to dig at you, but I'm just digging at like half our listeners, so I'm not serious.
Obviously, just joking. Just messing around with his bud.
Paul in fine position to play one to the bottom of the hill. This one is turned over right, though, and
Needs help.
yeah, it's going to need a lot of help. Oh, boy.
It got pretty good help. It's at the edge. It could have been way worse. It's not. Still probably cooked. Ricky threw the farthest we've seen.
Yeah, it was absolutely ripped.
Here's that sidearm we were talking about. He likes to just throw it over there. Put it in the middle.
No reason not to.
Gain strokes on everybody.
It's a good play.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, Kyle, from the top of the hill, does he make a play for the green, perhaps?
He better. Like I said, I think he can go all hyzer from there.
Oh, buddy. Oh, yes.
Yeah, bud.
Eagle alert. What a shot. Kyle navigates the corner.
So far, he's throwing that as hard as he can. Keeping it a little flatter.
Reliving the shot with McBeth there. Hey, did you see that shot when I just threw it around the corner? What?
What is this move?
Is he trying to go over those trees? All right.
Yeah, I mean, there is stakes over there.
Yeah, I'm just I'm a
Or
little,
a pin placement. I
little
thought
curious.
I saw a white stake, but that's the wrong stake. I think that had a red mark at the top, which means doesn't matter.
Huh. Are you surprised he's trying to go over as opposed to just down the middle like everyone else would?
No, I'm not. Just because he's thrown in there the last few times he said, and he's like, it's the easiest scramble of all time.
Okay.
That's what his words, not mine.
Okay.
So maybe if he gets it turned over, crash,
maybe
look. If not, he ain't worried about it type thing.
I see. Well, Gannon doesn't do too well from his lie in the fairway, and he's got a long look for his birdie. McBeth actually puts a good move on it from the edge of the woods, but collides into a tree, and he's left with an outside the circle look for his birdie. Putting Julian Marquez to work again. Have you ever had a celebrity caddy before?
My mom.
Well, that's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Ricky doesn't put it too close with his scramble putt. Gannon from 70.
Stay up. Nope.
A good effort. All right. Kyle for the eagle. The crazy thing is even though the right side is where you want to hit as a right-handed player, if that had been on the same exact spot but the left side of the basket, that would have fallen in.
Mm-hmm.
It was just low enough. And McBeth does not make Gannon pay for his par. Whoa.
Yeah, surprising stuff here. A lot of missed putts. Big moments, big eagle moments. Need to make those. Don't.
Just a lot of air gets sucked out of the crowd's energy with those misses.
And Kyle makes good on his putt. Easy peasy. Yeah, it's just these moments where Gannon's leaving something for you. Like Paul Birdie's at, he's within 5. And that's a big time. 5 is so much different than 6. It really is in so many ways. I don't know why, but
I think you're right. I think there's something about 5, but let's not forget what happened last year at the Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship. Ricky had a 9-shot lead over Gannon or something insurmountable, and Gannon came home the victor. So it's not that it's undoable. It's just some reason the way he's playing this week, there's this aura around him that makes it seem like 6 is undoable. But 5?
this isn't the type of course to give up that many, though, you know? Like, that's a different animal. You got 35,000 on the line. You got the Pro Tour Championships, year-long everything. Gavin just knocking down birds, no problem.
Yeah, good call there. We were just like not going to talk about him playing the whole 17. Perfect drive. Second shot, not so perfect.
But
putt,
those
amazing.
Charlotte Woods are ruthless.
Yeah, that's true. It's a place where if you're off your line, you can shoot even par and not have that bad of a day. Yeah. You can even shoot 1 or 2 over at Nevin. But 10 down doesn't seem realistic until you watch Gavin and Ricky's second round or whatever it was where they went 12 and 13. Yeah, just absolutely serving Nevin a dish it did not deserve.
It was brutal for Nevin.
It was fun to watch for us, but man, I hate being a Charlottean and seeing a course that hard get just absolutely demolished like that. It's like unrealistic. Hole 17, very realistic. 512 feet, but it just requires 2 shots, like you said. Land it in an umbrella hoop. Umbrella hoop? A hula hoop? What is that? Umbrella hoop?
I was just saying, yeah. Umbrella it up. This is a lot like if every hole was like this, I'd be like, yeah, anything can happen.
Yes, correct.
Paul trying to sneak it low, gets it going.
Yeah, I like that. That might land in that little umbrella hoop up there.
Not quite.
You like to be a little bit closer to the tee's angle there in that little dirt spot. Hard to get, though.
Lucky ducky.
Yeah, this has happened quite a few times today.
Oh, that's not lucky. What is down there?
Eels, snakes, eel snakes.
I like the hyzer.
That is
Not great.
that little extra rollout might be the difference.
This is what Ricky does. This way. And then...
Normally we start to see the disc right about now.
What?
The guy is...
Sidearm roller to the circle?
Long live the king.
He is just a scramble. Look at his caddy just being like, laughing at him.
He's just the king of it. I don't even know if he knows what he's even doing. He just sometimes lets something else take over and he just is along for the ride.
Oh, clonk the middle one. Hate that. Aim for the middle, clonk the middle.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher for sure. The disc is like 10 times narrower when it's vertical and yet it still hits the skinniest tree in the way. It's like, how does that make sense? And that's why you have to hit that little hula hoop because the angle gets so much dicier if you just outdrive it by a little bit. Well, Gannon doesn't get all the way up to the green.
How far is Gannon, you think?
I think I saw a blue lawn whisker, so you might be in C3, but I'm not exactly sure. Well, if he's closer than this, I think he's inside C2. Valiant effort.
Yep. I just saw this one and I'm like, this is the FPO whisker.
That's what I was seeing. Okay.
So I just wasn't quite sure.
Gannon.
Doesn't need it. Gonna try it. Doesn't make it. Didn't need it.
Doesn't get punished. Unless Ricky makes this. And even then, that's very little punishment.
It's a lot of punishment. Probably the one guy you don't want within 8. Especially with those memories you just talked about.
Yeah, he's got a little revenge he'd like to serve up for Gannon for that one. Ricky being back-to-back reigning champion at that course, certainly thought he had that tournament in the bag. But it was Gannon's year, man.
Yeah, Gannon did what he did to everybody else the last 2 years.
Took his cookies.
Yeah. Well, out of nowhere, 30-footer, bingo.
Hey, Ricky, what do you have for snacks for today's lunch? I want that. That's mine now.
Yeah. How many coins you got in your pocket? Doesn't matter. They're mine.
Yeah, what did you say, 3? I think you meant to say 0. Those are my coins.
Check the other pocket.
Why are you so good at being a bully?
Maybe. Ezra to shoot 9 under. If he can make that circles. Of course, you always have the circles edge.
Yeah, it's never easy. Most stressful putt on the course. Ezra doesn't look stressed today. Look at that. Snatch that disc off the ground. Go grab your putter.
And we'll see you tomorrow, possibly on the lead card. I don't know what that leaderboard looks like right now, but it's looking like 15 is pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, Ricky's going to have to get an eagle because Ezra would have a better round.
Right.
Well, actually, if Kyle gets a par and Ricky gets the 15, then Ricky would have a better round than Kyle, and he would drop off.
So there's all kinds of scenarios.
There's scenarios.
But Ezra's got a really great chance of making it on the lead card.
We'll see him tomorrow anyways, regardless.
Yeah. Hole 18 is a par 5. It's 224 up the hill, or just in length in general. It's uphill to start off. So you're throwing about a 450-foot shot to get into position, or you can take it as far as you can, and then you'll have a chance at the eagle. We saw Anthony just absolutely obliterate his
One of the more
drive.
impressive OB shots you'll ever see in your life.
This is a more
Ricky.
wow.
That is actually perfect.
Yeah, you can't throw it any better than that. That's wild. He has 500 from there.
It's still 500 feet to the pin?
Yeah, it's in power, yes.
Okay, because it's
In
up
distance,
the hill.
it's probably
460?
I would say 450. Yeah.
440 foot. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 460 sounds about right.
But yeah, significantly, probably 10 to 15 feet uphill, if not more.
If not a problem for his speed. I'll tell you that. Paul wants
Good
to
angle
get down
control.
there too.
That's gorgeous.
Doesn't get that hyzer.
Still a beautiful shot. Sets up for the birdie that he's looking for.
Oh, without a doubt. Gannon, a lot of height. If this gets through clean. Of course it gets through clean.
Oh, man, it's even better than Rick's. Oh, buddy.
Whoa.
Well, the reactions weren't nearly as loud for Gannon's drive. I don't even know if they know how good it was.
Oh, Kyle.
That's the one you want to miss.
Opening the door for the Rickster.
Yeah, pretty big gap there for Kyle to miss. Paul. Ooh.
Sit.
Yeah, that was cutting it a lot closer than he would have liked.
I love this par 5.
Yeah, Rick's got the fastest in hand. He's going for it.
Doesn't need to turn it over. Oh, sit. Oh, man.
What a shot. Ricky Wysocki, what a shot that was. That'll be to get to 9 under for the round.
And he just didn't have his best stuff today.
It really was like at time made some great shots, yes, of course. But he needed a little bit of love here and there.
Yeah.
But that scramble on 17 from that tee shot to be the only person on the card to birdie is just the best definition of Ricky Wysocki stuff you're going to see.
Yeah. He's going to go 3-3.
And it's pretty sick.
If you watched his position on 17, you're like, yeah, this guy goes 3-3 on the next 2.
Okay, that doesn't seem reasonable.
Gannon.
It's just got to tap in for the eagle. Got to tap in for the eagle.
Wow.
And look at this stretch of holes where he has just allowed the field to come at me. What you guys have? I just have an 8-shot lead. Let's see what you got. And he still is sitting on a pretty lead, even with those 5. Mm-hmm. And actually, the 2 holes before that,
be nice.
he goes bogey birdie. So he has really got a 7-hole even par streak going.
Yeah, and these guys didn't pounce on it. They really didn't. They had a chance to really bring that lead down to 5 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't do it. So he gave them the opportunity. They just didn't take it.
Kyle tried to, but with the pars on 17 and 18, I think he's going to be booted off the lead card as long as McBeth does take care of business, and it looks like he will.
So easy to throw this hole deep.
But some people like to be on chase card to set a mark.
Were you a chase card guy or a lead card guy?
I have 2 chase card wins, I think, in my career, but lead card for sure.
Gannon. Yeah.
Yeah, well, doesn't bring his best stuff today. Shoots 9 down.
He looked pretty smooth to me. I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
see
the back
a lot
nine.
of big mistakes.
The front 9 is what I'm talking about. The back 9, he just didn't quite put together that like next level thing.
Yeah.
And after a round like yesterday, the expectations just go a little bit higher. Obviously, he played an incredible round.
There we go. 9 under is going to be a hot round, I think.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it is.
So
Yeah, it's 9 under, and he's going to tie this guy right here for it.
and it looked like he played a ton better than Ricky.
I agree with you. And let's see, were there any other 9s? Yeah, this guy right here. And Chris Dickerson also with a 9 under. So if you shoot course record and then you follow it up with the tied hot round, it turns out you're going to go into the final round of the tournament with a lead no matter what. Gannon's going to be doing it with a 7-shot lead. He's going to have 3 players battling for that second place finish. And that is as long as we are able to get into that action tomorrow with a lot of rain coming up tomorrow. Chase card's going to have Kyle Klein, Gavin Rathbun, Chris Dickerson, and Eagle McMahon. But those guys are also just trying to battle their best to get that second place spot at this point. Closing thoughts?
If we play tomorrow, 7's a lot, but the best thing going for the rest of the field is going to be cruddy weather. And when there's cruddy weather, you got a little more opportunity for scoring. And I think my favorite thought is Ricky probably remembers that big lead he blew. He's waiting to get that guy doesn't forget those things.
No, I'm with you on that one.
And that's all. Yeah. Great disc golf today. They played nobody played bad.
Yeah.
Typical for a lead card. Loved it.
Same. Well, we got one more round to go. We're going to do a little preview action here. You guys are going to see that tomorrow. And we're going to see this course finish up. It's been an incredible week here in Kansas City. Look forward to coming back here.
Yeah, and if it does get canceled, congrats, Gannon. that was an absolute.
It's worth to give him a
Yeah, I mean it was an absolute destroying slaughter fest of the field.
Like and subscribe, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.